So a rancher is going to use X feet of fencing to fence off a rectangular pasture. We didn't actually have to draw it, but I guess I wanted to. What is X? So remember that a rectangular pasture, the perimeter of it, that's what X is. X is the perimeter. Perimeter of a rectangle equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And so if we can find out something about the proportions of them, and basically we need 2 of the 3 of these things to solve for all 3, because it's 3 variables, and so we need 2 of the 3 to make a game of it. Statement 1 tells us that the area of the fenced off field is 200 square meters. So statement 1 tells us that length times width equals 200. And while that is a second equation, remember we have 3 variables, and there's multiple different combinations of numbers. They could be 1 by 200 or 10 by 20 or some other numbers with fractions and stuff like that we don't even want to get into. So because there's too many different values here, there's no way we could solve for the perimeter just on statement 1. So it's insufficient. We get rid of A and D. Statement 2 tells us that the length of the field is twice the width. So we get L equals 2W. But again, this really only provides a second equation. And remember, we have 1, 2, 3 variables. Actually, I should have underlined the W. Anyway, 3 variables with only 2 equations. And so even though we can substitute, 2 times 2W in here plus 2W, we still don't have, we can get 6W equals P, but we don't have either of those, so it's not going to be sufficient. And we cross off B. In conjunction, though, we then have 3 equations with 3 variables, because we have these 2 equations plus length times width equals 200. Between the 3, we can solve for a single value for W or L, and substitute all of them in and arrive at an answer. So the 2 statements together are sufficient. Answer choice C.